everybody. Becky here with the Simple Spruce Studio. Welcome to my segment of Craft Around the Clock, guys. Oh, come on in and get comfy. Let me get some comments going here. I'm streaming YouTube also, but I think I cut my head off, guys. Okay. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hi, Miss Helen. How are you doing? Okay. Let me try and adjust this real quick here. See if I can. Maybe that'll work. Ta-da! Now my head's not cut off over there on YouTube. Hello, hello, everyone. All right. So, this has been sitting on my front porch for quite some time, several years actually. And I have decided that it needs a facelift. So we're going to do some kind of a whitewashing effect to this. We're going to use some salt wash, and we're just gonna brighten it up just a little bit. Hi Brenda, hi Karen. Hello Miss Tracy. Okay guys. So all I did was I wiped this down with some wipes, dusted off most of the dirt, because like I said, this has been sitting outside. It's not concrete, it's a resin up top, but it's pretty heavy. It's pretty substantial. I think the bottom is like a concrete or terracotta. Might be terracotta. Made in Taiwan. Like I said, I've had it for several years. Don't remember where I got it. I know I thrifted it from somewhere. So good morning, Beth. Hi, Cynthia. But yeah, so we're going to get started. So what I'm going to use is I'm starting with a neutral color. I'm going to use the DIY's Faded Burlap. And I'm going to add salt wash to it. I know this has texture to it right now, but I want to add some more texture. So that is what we're going to do. Denise spreading the joy. Hi, Lisa. Happy Wednesday, Lori. So this is what we're looking at with Faded Burlap. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour some of my paint into a bowl. I love these little wooden spoons. I think I got these at the dollar store, guys. And then the salt wash. I will post a link in the description where I purchased my salt wash. Spreading the spruce seeds, Beth, thank you. Hi, Pam. Miss Darlia, thank you for sprinkling. Miss Pat's out there. Hello, everybody. Okay, so it comes in these little containers. You can get big, much bigger containers too. All this does is add texture to your paint. So, and depending on how much texture you want, determines how much salt wash you put in. So, got about a scoop and a half. I'm just going to mix that up and see where we're at. Donna, love the pot. This poor thing, it's seen better days. It's been sitting out on my front porch for years. It's been empty for the last few months because I've been planning on painting it, doing something with it, just to give it some life. It's looking a little drab. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it with you guys. That way it'll get done. So this, like I said, it thickens up your paint. And then I'm going to take just an old, very used, very old brush that's seen better days. The bristles have about had it. because I'm going to dab this on, so I don't want to use any of my good brushes and mess up the bristles on it. Oh, my nose started running. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful like everything you, Christina, thank you. Where do you get the salt wash? I ordered my salt wash from Sammy with Unicorn Dust Designs. I will post her link in the description when I'm done here. Now my DIY paints I get from Upcycled by Bree. Her link is in my link tree listed below there. So yeah, so like I said, the thicker it is, the more texture you're going to have. The runnier it is, the less texture. So I want lots of texture on this piece. And this does not have to be full coverage or anything like that. Let me get this centered so I can turn my Lazy Susan. There we go. This is just a messy coat, nothing full coverage. I'm just going to get this on here with some raised areas, and then we're going to heat gun it. Hello, I was on the phone, ladies. Sorry, I'm late. Quite all right, Miss Pam. Love the urn. I'm freezing up on all lives lately. I'll catch the replay if I'm freeze too many times. Okay, Judy. What is that stuff? It is salt wash. It adds texture to your paint. Like I said, I will put the link to where I purchased mine. You could probably search to see what other stockists carry it. I'm not sure who all does. I do want this to have like a weathered look, but I wanted more colors in it. So I did pull out Aviary by DIY and Apothecary, which are like the green and a greenish blue color. I did get some white. So yeah, this is like almost like icing. Almost like an icing, but you do not have to make it this thick. You can thin it out so it's not so thick, but I wanted some good texture on this one. The salt wash is a powder. It's an additive you can put in any kind of paint to thicken it up and give it texture. It's almost like a, let's see what it says, for a layered sun and salt air soaked look. Just add paint. Mix it up. And if, like I said, if it's too thick, just add more paint to thin it out. And that's why I'm just kind of dabbing it on, because I want it to be sporadic. I want it to be textured. I have used the baking soda too in the past. This adds a lot more texture than the baking soda does. I like both of them, but this one here gives it a totally different texture. Sometimes the baking soda, it kind of just blends in. It doesn't, it kind of smooths out once you mix it up. First time watching you. Love that texture. From Turner, Maine. Hello, well, Debbie, hello and welcome. So glad to have you. I'm not going all the way down in this planter. I'm just going to do right at the top, which most of the items that I put in this thing on my front porch, you don't even see any of the inside of it. Like I have my pumpkins during the fall that I DIY'd, a 3-tiered pumpkin that sits right on it with a bunch of fall leaves around it. And it covers up all the way out to the outside rim. I am going to get a potted plant and put in this until fall. Yeah. You guys have been with me anytime. You know I don't have a green thumb. But somebody was telling me to get the Miracle-Gro food to put in the water for my fern. And this fern is like doubled in size since I bought it. Usually plants come to my house to die. I have never been good with them. And I want to be a plant mom so bad. So I'm trying. So somebody recommended the, and because see what it does to your brush? But it does wash out really easy, especially when you're using the chalk paint, because the chalk paints are water soluble, so the brush will clean up pretty good. So I'm going to set this aside. We're going to dry this. But yeah, my fern, guys, it looks awesome. And I have some pots out back on the patio where you go out toward the pool. And the balloons on that are just loving that Miracle-Gro stuff. So yeah, I'm real happy. So I even thought about getting maybe another, like a smaller fern or something. I don't know yet. I think I might want something taller in it. So I'm going to set this right next to my bench on the front porch. Oh, Carolyn, good idea. It's true, the like little rock salts. Just joined you. I am doing salt wash. I used faded burlap and DIY chalk paint. Mix some salt wash with it. You put the lid on this real quick, or I'll spill it all. Put some salt wash in it, and then just dabbed it on all over just to give this some more texture. And I didn't do full coverage. You could probably see there's still places that the original color is showing through. And then I'm just going to take some random colors. And what I want to do is put them around like the top up here and squirt it with water. So it's kind of like a whitewash, and let it run down to give it that aged weathered look. Granted, I know it had a weathered look before I started. A dirt weathered look. Are beautiful. I might just do that then, because I am loving that fern. I've got a old rusty milk jug thing sitting by my front door that has a big fern on it, and I'm almost ready to have to get another pot for it. I replanted it when I originally got it, but now it's gotten even bigger. So, and it looks so pretty. So bam. She said, you can't kill a fern. Oh, hon, I don't know. Oh. But yeah, this one's doing good. The flowers out back are doing good. Just joining up. What are you putting on the planter? Tanya says, I can't, Pam. And remember, remember, the thicker you put this on, the longer it will take to dry. I can even kill a cactus. I've got some succulents in the kitchen window that uh, are doing pretty good. Because they can go a whole week or so or longer without water. But that's why they're in the kitchen window, so I'll remember them. Okay. Oh, so I felt a spot that wasn't dry yet. I just purchased some planters recently to do this. You know what? Let me grab a can. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to seal it with. I just ordered 2 new cans of it off of Amazon. My Amazon store link is in the link tree below. And it's listed on there. It's called Weather Defense. So when I'm finished with this and I get it to look the way I want it to, I am going to seal it before I set it out. And once this salt wash sets up and you do like other layers of paint over it and you go to sand back, that salt wash gets rock hard. And if you were to use baking soda and you wanted to distress it with sandpaper, most of that would sand right off because it's just baking soda or baking powder in your paint. This stuff gets rock hard and most of that texture is going to stay on there. Oh, I just tried to kill mine and it just won't die. He burns. Girl, let me grab this Weather Defense can here real quick. This, since it's going to be outside, this is what I'm going to use to seal it with. And like I said, it is listed on my Amazon store link. I think I did post it. I did save it to my link. I'm almost positive. If not, I will. Good morning. Just popped in. I used to get your alerts on Facebook, but lately I am not. Peggy, make sure that you are still following me. Sometimes when Facebook does updates, it will unfollow you from certain people or all of them, and you have to go back. I've had it done to me before, to where I noticed I wasn't seeing the people I usually watch, so I had to go back and follow them. So make sure you're doing that. Check that. And then also, just to keep me in your feed, if you watch, even if, just put an old one on replay, let it run. Once you watch it or share it out or something like that, then Facebook knows to put it back in your feed. So you'll see it pop up more often too. But yeah. Check your notifications. Make sure you're still following and your notifications are still set for a reminder. Pam, see, yeah, Pam had to do it too. They're funny when it comes to that stuff, and I don't think any of us have figured it out yet. So, with that being said, make sure that you are also subscribe to my page on YouTube. It's completely free. Just go over to YouTube. If you have to download the app on your phone, that's free. And then subscribe, hit the bell notification, hit all for that, because you never know. They always say don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, so what colors do I want to do? I have my squirt bottle, my water. So let's start with some aviary. We're going to start with some darker green. And all I want to do is put some paint up here, spray it, because I want it to run. I want it to run down. This is one of those things you just play with it until you... But I chose the DIY paints, guys, because they blend so easy. They're water soluble, so they're going to run a lot better down once the water hits them. So I am going to wet my brush. And like I said, this is called aviary. Let me show you the green. Give it a little mossy, aged green look. And then I'm just going to start let me move this over so I can show you guys. And see how it starts running when I spray it? That's what I want to do. And I'm going to use this and a few other colors, some neutral ones. Kind of want just that old world look to it. I mean, you can even go as far once this is all dry and take some actual Spanish moss, the green moss, and add to it. So it depends on how detailed you want to get. But I just want to show you guys how easy DIY, and I'm not sponsored by DIY Paints or any other. I should be. I should be, huh? But I would not recommend anything to you guys if I did not like it, the way it works or the product. So. And don't worry. Don't be afraid to, if you think, oh my gosh, that's way too dark. That's why I also got Sandy Blonde. It's a more crockery kind of taupey color. And then I also have Beadboard, which is white. And I watered this one down because it was dried out. But if you add water to DIY paint, mix it up real well, let it set for a while, it will reactivate. So don't think just because it's in the container and it's all dried out that you're not going to be able to use it, because you will. You will. So I'm just going to go all the way around this, hitting different spots, and just keep spraying it and watching the paint run. I have Grandma and Grandpa's pot and bench, and we had let them chip. Need to update the paint, so this is cool looking. I'm telling you, it's easy to do. It's fun. You just keep playing with it, literally, until you get the look that you want. You don't have to use these colors. You can actually use, I was tempted to get cake batter out and or even maybe bohemian blue, but my colors are not like bright. So I'm going to get some green on this all the way around, and then we're going to come back in with probably some Sandy Blonde. Oh, what time is it? Okay, I got to watch. I'm at 11:15. I got to remember I'm on a timed one today. And it wouldn't surprise me if I wouldn't forget what time I'm supposed to start and end, since right before I hit the live button, my dentist office called. So Becky, where are you at? I never forget my dentist appointments. Never. I'm telling you, I love my dentist too. He is the best, the best. And he's got like a full clientele, so trying to get in if you're new would be like pulling teeth, no pun intended. But oh god, that was so lame. My kids are probably going, oh my god, mom, don't make jokes. Hi, Miss Debbie. Oh, and then you meant, no, DIY's cake batter paint color. It's called cake batter. It's a really cool yellow. Sorry. Oh goodness. But yeah, I don't know where my head is, but I literally forgot my dentist appointment, and I never do that. I go to Dr. Ulbrich. He's in Pacific, just a couple of towns over, and him and the girls there, his wife, they are the best. They're the best. I had never in my life, since I was a kid, liked going to the dentist at all. And this, one thing I do not mind now is dentist appointments. So why I forgot, I don't know. Oh, Miss Joey with Created in Awe is on here. Hey, girl. I thought you meant real cake batter too. Oh my gosh, I just get to talking, guys, and not realize it. Nope. No cake batter. Now, if you were to put a plant in this naturally, it would not, because DIY paints are all natural. What are there, 9 ingredients in it? So, but this one is going to have whatever I have in it. It's going to have a pot in it for drainage because this thing doesn't have any. So like I said, I'm not going all the way down into this thing. If it runs down that far, great. But if not, you guys are looking at this going, Becky, that is a hot mess. Aren't you? Yuki. I'm just going to stick that in water because I want that brush to stay wet anyway. Let's do some, little bit of the DIY in Sandy Blonde. Oh, maybe. Sorry, guys. There we go. Just going to take another paintbrush. This is what Sandy Blonde looks like. Again, I'm going to stick my brush in some water here. Go over some spots. This is just going to kind of mute the green. Then we can also go back in with any other color we want. That's what happens when I have to drive 45 minutes to go to mine. Mine is about a 15-minute drive. I think we have one here, dentist here locally, but I don't care if I had to drive an hour to these guys, over an hour, I would. I trust them. Feel comfortable with them. They're like family when you're in there talking to them. He has the best bedside manner. So you guys see all that yummy goodness. So that's a DIY paints, guys. They blend great if you're doing a furniture piece and you want to do a blending of 2 or 3 colors. I'm telling you, it's just paint. Don't be afraid. If I sit on the porch and look at this and think, girl, I don't like it, then I'll just paint over it. Okay, so now we got those neutral colors on. I'm going to wash this out just a little bit, and I'm going to do some white and see how that's going to turn out. There goes my paintbrush. Love the way this is looking, Debbie. Thank you. Good. What state are you in? Miss Debbie, I'm in Missouri. I live in a little town called St. Clair, Missouri. It is about 45 minutes west of St. Louis, Missouri. Now, like I said, this was nothing but caked on at the bottom. A couple days ago, I noticed it had a little bit left in there. I just added some water, shook it up, and it reactivated the paint. Now, it's runnier than it normally would be, but that's what I want for this. So I might not even have to spray this one because it is so runny. Love the great look. I have family there in your town. Really? What's the last name? I'm like, to find somebody that has family around, yeah, because we are such a small town. I mean, what is our population? 4,700 something. And then if you got, like I got water puddling up down here, or paint and water, I'm just going to dab that, or that will take forever to dry, but I want to show you guys. You guys see how that white is just adding to that? Look at that. I'm liking it. Like I said, you can do these with any colors that you want. I am about an hour from Rolla, an hour east of Rolla. There is actually a really huge vintage antique store in Rolla that I am waiting for my sister to respond to me and let me know when she's available, because we're going to go check it out. And I will also take you guys shopping with me there when I go. And you will see that on YouTube. So if you're not following me over on YouTube, guys, make sure you go over there. I put most of my thrift shopping over there. This is going to look awesome when it's all dry. You can do this with just one color. Okay, we're going to dry this a little bit and see where we're at. How much time do I got? And then also what I'm thinking too is I'll have to do that after this is completely dry. But you can also do like the rub-on transfers or a stamp on this up here where it's smoother. It doesn't have the ribbed part of it. And again, those will stay on even though it's going to be outside. as you use. I'm going to use this weather defense spray to seal it all in. It seals and repels water, resists mold, mildew, and fungus. Now, DIY paints are the opposite of a lot of paints. When they dry lighter. Most paints dry darker. So once this dries a little bit, I'll be able to see more where I want to add other colors. Absolutely love this. I always see Yvonne from Ginger Chick Rehab use that. Isn't it? It's in my Amazon cart. Does she use it too? I knew she also used some kind, I think I've seen her use like an engine enamel thing on metals that they were going to put outside. I love me some Ginger Chick. Awesome. What's the name of the spray? Wait, what's the name of the spray and where did you get it? It is called Weather Defense by Guardsman. I'll let you screenshot it. And I order mine from Amazon. I think it's listed on my Amazon store link, which is in the link tree below. Like I said, that salt wash is going to be hard as a rock. You can sand over this, so I can sand it in any spots that I want. That rough texture from the salt wash is going to stay on there. And like I said, it would even look really cute to take some green moss and attach to it in places too, to make it look like the moss has been growing on it. Love that marble look. Susan, thank you. You are so welcome. Hi, Patricia. Thank you, Deb. Yeah, with this paint being more watery, it's going to take a little bit longer for this to dry, but you guys get the gist of it. It's like I can get a better look at it if I look at it through the camera. Let's see what this side looks like on the camera. I like that side because it looks like there's more green. I might end up adding a little bit more green, or maybe on this side. Like I said, I'll be able to tell better once the paint dries, because it does dry lighter than, and that's just DIY paint, because it is an all-natural clay. It's clay-based and chalk-based, but more clay than chalk. Hi, Patty. Cynthia, this looks awesome. Thank you. I know, guys. You're sitting here watching paint dry with me. Not the funnest thing. But yeah, if you guys are catching me on my page, The Simple Spruce Studio, make sure you go over to Craft Around the Clock group and check that group out. You can join that for free. Follow over there, and you can catch crafters all day long, every day. because after me, I wrote it down, Frame It and Contain It by Shayna will be up next. So stick around for her. You don't want to miss that. Oh, and you all, I do want to remind you guys, if you have not signed up for Whatnot yet, it is an auction, new platform, selling platform. It's free to join. In my link tree, there is a link on there. If you go through that link and sign up as a buyer, you get $10. I did check. It used to be 15. For some reason, it's 10 now. But you will get $10 free cash money to spend on any Whatnot auction. It doesn't have to be mine, even though you used my link. It can be on any auction that you choose to. I'm telling you guys, it is a fun selling platform. If you love buying all things vintage and thrifted and antiques, you guys got to check that out. It's really neat. And if you're interested in becoming a seller, I also have a link that you can use to sign up to be a seller. So let me know and I will get you the links. Come on, we're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. Now, the last one I used of the weather defense, it does, these colors, it will not give it a much of a sheen. I mean, you will be able to tell that it's been sealed, but it doesn't like give it like a real glossy sheen. I've noticed that when I spray it on black, it does brighten the color black up more. It's not such a dull, chalky look, but it does not change the colors of any of them or anything, but I like this stuff. Love this so much. Christina, thank you. Thank you, dear. She sent me 100 stars. Awesome. Link for sellers, please. Patty, yes, ma'am. I will get that link for you as soon as I get off here. And I will add it to my link tree too, because it distinguishes the difference between buyer or seller on Whatnot. But I'm telling you guys, that website is so much fun. And my first actual live sale / auction is tomorrow. And it's the Simple Spruce Studio, same name on Whatnot as everywhere else. And it's at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you can, once you get the app downloaded and sign up, get your information and stuff put in, you can go follow the ones you like. So go over and follow the Simple Spruce Studio. You can bookmark my sale for tomorrow and it will give you a reminder. And I also am going to have, right now I've got 3 giveaways, and you don't have to purchase anything to be a part of the giveaways. You just have to be following me and there for the live sale. Thank you, Miss Brenda. Yeah, and then I do 3 giveaways. And my show is called All Things Vintage. It's all little kitschy vintage pieces. I've got some Fire King, some Hull pottery. We're getting there. It's almost dry. And I am almost out of time. So, y'all, there's just a few spots that still aren't dry yet, and I don't want to spray the weather defense on it until they're dry. But what do you guys think? More green in some places. I think I like this side because it does have more green coming out there. So I might add some more too. But I am pretty happy with it. Again, I used, which one did I use? Faded burlap as a base coat. It's a real neutral khaki concrete kind of color with salt wash in it. I will put Sammy's link in the description for the salt wash. And then I went over with some watered down aviary in the DIY paint. Used my spray bottle. Then I went over that with some sandy blonde to mute it a little bit, give it more of an earthy tone to it. And then I went over to brighten it up in some areas with beadboard white. And just took my squirt bottle to let it all run down to make it look like it was like an old world, weathered, aged look to it. So I am new and I really like that. Nancy, well, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. I hope you will stick around, hit that follow button, share this out. You did an amazing job, Cynthia. Thank you so much. So, all right, guys, my time is up. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope this inspires you guys to give some of these paints a try, guys. They are wonderful to work with. Stick around. Coming up next on Craft Around the Clock is Frame It and Contain It by Shayna. You're not going to want to miss it. So, all right, guys, go enjoy the rest of your day, y'all, and I will see you guys next time. Love you guys. Bye.